Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another anti-haul video. This is anti-haul number 6, I believe. Before I jump into this anti-haul video, I want to remind you to subscribe to my email list so you don't miss out on any videos or blog posts or giveaways that I run, because I'm going to be having another Urban Decay giveaway soon, which I know that you will love. The first thing that I'm not going to buy is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Butterscotch Highlight Palette for Fall 2017. Number 1, it is February. Why are we talking about fall products in February? That is way too early for fall. It's killing me. I mean, are they for real? Number 2, while the colors look gorgeous, because they do, let's be real, the palette looks like it's made for 2 distinctly different skin tones. The shades Marshmallow and Sassy Grape look like they're for lighter skin, while Butterscotch and Taffy look like they're for deeper skin, which is great if you're a makeup artist because that makes it a very versatile palette. It's perfect to put in your kit, but if you're your average consumer, why would you buy that? It's not likely to work, like you wouldn't likely be able to use all 4 shades. So I think it's beautiful. I feel like it's fucking crazy to be talking about fall in February, but I don't think it's gonna work for me. I sit there and I question, why do these brands keep making products that are really more geared for makeup artists rather than your average makeup lover who follow them? I don't get it. Next up is the Becca Prismatic Amethyst Highlighter. Now, this product I have almost pulled the trigger on and bought like 3 times in the past week, but I keep talking myself out of it. So I keep looking at this highlighter thinking I should buy it because it's fucking gorgeous. It really is. But I keep talking myself out of it because the highlighter that I wear the most is my Makeup Geek Celestial Highlighter. I've been wearing it almost non-stop since I got it back in like November, something like that. So I love this highlighter. Number 2, it reminds me a lot of the Dose of Colors highlighter. So that's this highlighter right here. Let me actually swatch this on the back of my hand for you. Which, this is a gorgeous highlighter, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's Dose of Colors. I'm wearing the Makeup Geek on my cheek, but I'll swatch that on my hand for you too. So there's the Makeup Geek more towards the middle of my hand. I just feel like the Makeup Geek is lighter and it has more of like a pink to iridescent violet shift, and it just looks magical on me. It's so gorgeous. Not that the Dose of Colors one doesn't look gorgeous too, but this Becca Amethyst highlighter looks really, really similar to these 2 shades, and because of that, I'm like, I don't need it. I really don't need it. I mean, I don't know. I've made a considerable dip in this and I still don't know if I will ever hit pan. And I used this for quite a long time and never managed to really make a significant dent in it. Like, it's got a slight wear down here, but that's about it. So I feel like I already have this color. There's no reason for me to buy it. And it's $38. I could spend $38 on something else, or I could just not spend that money at all, which is what I'm gonna do. The next product that I'm not gonna buy is the Balm Matador. Now, I was looking at this palette and I was like, ooh, it's a vegan palette. It's an all mattes palette, which is great for hooded eyes. And I was like, oh, it's mostly neutral. So it's mostly neutral with like 2 kind of pops of color. And I hesitate to call them pops of color because they're a dark blue and a dark green. So they're very muted dark colors. And I'm like, do I need that? Probably not, because I do have a ton of neutral mattes at this point. I've got the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, which I love, which has more brights. I have the Kat Von D Pastel Goth, which is paler mattes. So, and then I also have the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I have the Viseart Cool Matte, Viseart Bridal Satin. So I've got like a lot of mattes. I have the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics mattes. So I think I've got all the colors like of those that I need. Now, I do think that even though this isn't a palette that I should buy, if you're somebody who's looking for an all matte palette and you don't already own those like the palettes I mentioned, like the Kat Von D Shade and Light, or the Kat Von D Pastel Goth, or the Kat Von D Metal Matte, you might actually want this palette. Or if you're somebody who's looking for an all vegan palette, this is an all vegan palette, so you can absolutely, you know, use that to expand your collection. I'm just saying it's not a good choice for me, even though I was tempted by it for a minute. So the next product that I'm not gonna buy is the Storybook Cosmetics Wizard and Witchcraft palette. Now, I love Harry Potter. I absolutely love Harry Potter. My house is Ravenclaw. I made a Ravenclaw cosplay costume at one point, so I'm really, really into Harry Potter. I think it's awesome. And I love seeing like indie themed collections that are inspired by Harry Potter. And so I was looking at this because a friend of mine sent it to me, and I know I've mentioned Storybook Cosmetics before, and I was like, oh, it's really cute, it's in a spell book. But then I was looking at the colors. The colors don't say Harry Potter to me. They don't really just, I don't know. When I look at like, say, Geek Chic's Harry Potter collection, I'm like, oh, those colors kind of make me think of Harry Potter. I really have a feeling for them. you know, they make me very nostalgic. But when I look at the colors in the Storybook Cosmetics palette, I don't feel it. It just looks like it's a neutral palette with 3 pops of color, like a green, a blue, and a red. And I'm just like, no, just no. Not feeling it at all, especially for like the $52 price tag. Oh, the other thing that I thought was really weird is that they're starting the pre-sale for it in February, like February 24th. But they're not even gonna be shipping the palette until after May. Like they said May, maybe May. They're not really sure if it's gonna be May. It could be later than May. And I'm just like, that just seems so weird. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So the next makeup product that I'm not gonna buy is the Fiona Styles Artist Palette. Now I have a couple of the Fiona Styles palettes. I have her contouring palette for fair skin. I have the Electra palette here, and I have the Oceanus palette here. So I've tried her products and I do like them. I think they're really cute. I especially like this palette because it's very versatile. These 4 shades are a lot of fun. So when I saw that she was doing an artist palette, I was like, oh, that's gonna be really cool. No, it's not. It's just basically kind of your average neutral palette. There's nothing really exciting. It is a mix of mattes, metallics, and pearls, so it's got like, you know, a good like mix of color types. And maybe if you're somebody who has no neutral palettes, you'll like this. Or if you're somebody who's looking for a mostly cool tone neutral palette, this might be a good choice. But for me, it's not gonna add anything new to my collection. It's not gonna, you know, it doesn't have anything that really excites me. So I was really disappointed with it, and that's why I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, I have one last thing on my list, and basically it is the most overhyped palette. I don't wanna say ever, but it's been pretty freaking overhyped. It's the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette that's coming out. Now, the reason that I say that this palette is overhyped is because Jaclyn Hill has been saying this is gonna be her best collaboration ever. And I'm sitting here wondering, how are you gonna call this your best collaboration ever when you had a collaboration with Becca to make Champagne Pop highlighter, which is gorgeous, it just doesn't work in my skin tone, or you know, the rest of that Champagne Pop collection? How can you say that this Morphe thing is your biggest collaboration ever? I now have a couple Morphe palettes, and you know I hated my Morphe singles. So I have the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette that I bought, and it's okay. I think it's mostly good. I have the Morphe Little Drama Mama Drama palette, which is also pretty good. I think they're much better than the eyeshadow singles that I had, which were utter crap. Basically, I guess Jaclyn went on and on about how this palette was gonna be her biggest collaboration ever, and it's just another Morphe palette. I don't get where it's the biggest collaboration. I don't see where that's coming from. So I just feel like it's overhyped, and it's gonna just inevitably let people down because it's not gonna be that exciting. I do feel like it was fucking awful that somebody leaked Jaclyn's collaboration before she could, you know, announce it. I felt like that was horrible. I thought somebody leaked out like a picture, it was like a picture of a cake. I thought it was the most horrible thing to do to her because she should have been the one to announce that, not some random bakery. So I felt really bad for her that that happened, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't think this is her biggest collaboration ever. I just think it's crazy for her to call it that. So yeah, anyway, that's just my opinion. And based on the swatches I've seen, it doesn't look like anything exciting. It just looks like it's a bunch of warm colors. Like there might be a couple colors that are pretty, but you probably already have dupes for them. So anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. That wraps up my latest anti-haul. What are you not gonna haul recently, or what are you obsessed with? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and wanna see more like it, please give it a thumbs up and share. I love it when you share my videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss my next video. Thanks so much for watching.